Thursday, March 14, 2024. Peace is a path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this morning, Rivers Assembly to extend local government tenure amid election delays. Governor Fubara hits back at critics of his administration. Police destroy expired explosives in River State. And on the foreign scene, Israel says it is trying to flood Gaza with aid. I am Ife Chukwumoyane with the news. The River State House of Assembly has again amended the River State local government law to extend the tenure of elected local government chairmen and councillors if elections are not held before the end of their tenures in June. The House passed the bill yesterday after a debate by the lawmakers. Speaker of the House, Martin Amehule, said the amendment is to ensure an uninterrupted democratic administration at the local government level. Mr. Amehule said at the end of the tenure of the outgoing local government administration, the governor shall swear in the newly elected chairman and vice chairman of the councils. But where the governor is unable or fails to perform the duty, the House shall mandate judicial officers or magistrates to perform the task. Recall that in February, the 27 lawmakers led Martin Amehule overruled Governor Siminalayi Fubara and passed a bill stripping him of the power to appoint caretaker chairman after the current terms expired. Similarly, the House gave first reading to the River State Independent Electoral Commission Amendment Bill. The bill is sponsored by the member representing Okrika constituency, Linda Somiari Stewart. Presenting the bill, Mrs. Stewart said the bill seeks to amend Section 20 of the Principal Law. Now, with that, some opposition parties in River State have distanced themselves from recent statement made by the APC Caretaker Committee Chairman Tony Okocha that Governor Siminalayi Fubara is running a visionless administration. The state's chairman of the Social Democratic Party (SDP), Soswema Osaro, tells correspondent Shoibi Oruwari that Mr. Okocha's statement does not represent the views of opposition political parties in the state.
Okocha is not speaking the views of the opposition parties in River State because we have not delegated anyone to speak on behalf of the opposition parties in River State. Chief Tony Okocha is on his own. IPAC is stating clearly that we disassociate ourselves from the tantrums, invectives, and disrespectful utterances he has used on the state governor of River State. We must let him know that the governor of River State is an institution and he must respect that institution with every sense of responsibility.
On his part, the chairman of Action Democratic Party (ADP), Christian Kendrick, said his party is not interested in criticizing the government but in providing solutions. Mr. Kendrick urged other opposition parties to collaborate in improving governance.
ADP is a party of its own and will have our own. Tony Okocha has always been criticizing the government. Not because we will provide solution. It's not enough to criticize government at every given time. It's good enough to provide solution. What solution is Tony Okocha providing for this government to proceed? That's what people need to hear, not criticism all the time. So we as a party, we are encouraging Siminalayi Fubara to please ensure that Rivers people enjoy democracy for once. Let us enjoy the dividends of our plea, and we're also here to provide solutions for him to ensure that we achieve that.
Also, state chairman of Allied People's Movement (APM), Dagogo Churchill White, and his counterpart in the Action People's Party (APP), Ken Atata, spoke.
Is it right as a political party chairman to criticize government? But for me, I have nothing to criticize the government. It's still too early. We as a party, we are still watching. That cannot be the position of opposition political parties. That is the position of his own party. It's not the view of my party, Action People's Party. And that's not the view of the majority of opposition party in River State. We have about 19 political parties in the state. And the ruling party has been making 19. So it's a democracy. If the APC is taking that stand, I can assure the majority of political parties are not in the same page with them, with the APC. Don't is better. They should be given more time. They have a 4-year mandate, so they should be given time.
In a related development, Governor Siminalayi Fubara has hit back at those criticizing his government for lacking focus. Governor Fubara, who spoke during the inauguration of the new constituted governing councils of the state-owned universities, said he remains determined to deliver good governance to Rivers people. The governor said he is channeling his energy towards purposeful education.
There's a lot of noise everywhere. What are we doing? We are not focused. We don't have direction. We are clueless. But I want to tell the world that we can grow if our energy not channeled to education. Not just education, purposeful education. Education that are creative. We have left the world where you speak too much grammar. We're in the world where education is what you can do with your fingers. I don't want my record to be just reading bridges and roads. I want us to leave a legacy that will stand the test of time.
Governor Fubara also approved the resumption of the suspended Ignatius Ajay University employment process and cautioned against compromise in the process.
When one creates a job, we automatically employs others. That is what I want this council to see as their task. Not just in terms of administering the affair of the waste, but let us add something different from the normal thing that we already have or what we are seeing. I want us to be remembered with the number and quality of standards that we are going to leave behind. I believe strongly that that is the only way we can overcome our present challenges. I have no doubt in the capacity council members who made your names in your different fields of life, and I know that our state will be proud of you.
Correspondent Yekachimu also reports that universities whose governing councils were inaugurated are the River State University and Ignatius Ajuru University of Education and Captain Elechi Amadi Polytechnic. In another development, the president of the Rumokoro Youth Association in Obiakpo local government area, Kelvin Nwanwa, is calling on politicians to rally behind Governor Siminalayi Fubara's development strides rather than speculate on the 2027 governorship race. Mr. Nwanwa tells our correspondent that Governor Fubara's achievements in just 9 months have solidified his political structure, with an increasing number of persons declaring support for his administration.
By this time, we shouldn't be talking about a 2027 election. We should be talking about how to support the governor of the state to bring about a development to the people. The former governor of the state, who is talking about 2027, it's too early to say that because the structure he's talking about has actually collapsed. If a councillor who's from his own local government has actually resigned and given support to the governor of the state, and the coordinator of GDI, Collins Onwo, has also done so alongside some other GDI coordinators, it's a very clear indication that the governor of the state has taken over the state.
Mr. Nwanwa also claimed that the leadership structure in Obiakpo has shifted to the youth under the leadership of Chijioke Ihunwo.
So somebody has taken over right now, and we have learned a lot. Chijioke Ihunwo, who is now the leader of Simplify movement in Obiakpo, has actually shown capacity, and you can see everybody keying into his leadership and alongside supporting the governor of the state. Obiakpo is already simplified, and he is not holding grip of Obiakpo again like it used to be. Presently now, Chijioke Ihunwo is in charge of Obiakpo, who is holding it for the governor of the state. Those who are actually making statements about Obiakpo, they need to face reality, because the governor of Rivers State is fully in charge of the state alongside the local government.
Still to come, police destroy expired explosives in River State. Stay with us.
Happy birthday to Chief Victor Kiadam.
The Akko Clan Council of Traditional Rulers and Chiefs in Ahoda East local government area of River State have expressed gratitude to Governor Siminalayi Fubara for lifting the suspension order on the Eziwako Kingdom, Cassidy Ikebidi. In a press briefing, the spokesperson of the council, Justice Moses, also said Akko people are also grateful for the appointment of Edison Ehe as Government House Chief of Staff.
The good people of Akko Kingdom are very happy with our Governor Sasin Fubara for lifting the suspension order on our monarch, Eze Dr. Cassidy O.W. Ikebidi, the natural ruler of Igbako Kingdom. We also want to appreciate our Governor for appointing our son, Right Honorable Edison Ogrene Ehe, as the governor.
And while congratulating the governor on his victory at the Supreme Court, Mr. Moses said the people of Akko Kingdom will continue to support the policies and programs of Governor Fubara's administration.
We are also very happy for his victory over the Supreme Court election matter. We are happy because our governor will seem to be a man of total meekness, very gentle, and is not a talking type. He's a good governor. He's a governor that we have not seen before. I want to assure the governor of our people's support generally.
In a bid to sustain the relative peace enjoyed in Rumepericom Kingdom, Obiakwa local area of River State, the traditional institution chiefs, elders, and holders of Rumepericom Kingdom have suspended all forms of gathering in and around the kingdom. A statement by the chairman of the Kingdom Council, Emma Okaswike, advised anyone or group of persons who wish to hold a meeting or gathering of any kind to clearance or permission from the Kingdom Council before doing so. Now, he said such permissions and clearance shall be strictly monitored to ensure that the peace of the kingdom is not compromised. The Kingdom Council also advised all indigenous residents to comply with the directive for the interest of the existing peace and sustained development of Rumepericom Kingdom. In other news, the explosive ordnance disposal of the River State Police Command has started destroying expired explosive materials at Boho Community, Thai local government area. The 4-day exercise started on Tuesday and is expected to end on Friday. Police spokesperson Grace Iringakoko in a statement advised the Boho people and the public not to panic over deafening loud sounds in the area. She said enough precautionary measures had been put in place to protect lives and property.
And now we bring you news from around the world.
Israel's military says it is trying to flood Gaza with aid. Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari said Israel will facilitate further aid convoys after a new route opened up to deliver food to northern Gaza. But earlier, the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees says a member of staff was killed and 22 others were injured when Israeli forces hit a food distribution center in Rafah in the southern Gaza Strip. Now that's it for the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. River State House of Assembly has passed a bill to extend local government tenure amid election delays. Governor Fubara has hit back at critics of his administration. Police have started destroying expired explosives in River State. And on the foreign scene, Israel's military says it is trying to flood Gaza with aid. The news was edited by Martha Okere-Nkem. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Ifechukwu Moye. Many thanks for listening.